My beloved child, there is a reason you found this message today. Out of all the videos you could have watched, out of all the messages that could have appeared before your eyes, you are here. Not by accident. Not by chance. Something in your heart was searching for a sign, and today, that sign has arrived. Before we go any further, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Take a deep breath and listen carefully, because today's love energy reading carries a message that your heart has needed for a very long time. For weeks, maybe even months, your heart has been carrying questions that nobody else could answer. Questions you never fully spoke out loud. Questions you hid behind your smile. Questions that followed you into quiet moments when nobody was watching. You wondered if your feelings mattered. You wondered if the energy you kept sending into the world was being noticed. You wondered if the love you gave so freely would ever find its way back to you. And today, the answer begins to reveal itself. The energy surrounding you right now is different. Very different. Something is shifting behind the scenes. You may not see it yet. You may not hear it yet. But your soul already feels it. That strange feeling you've had lately. That feeling that something important is approaching. That feeling that a chapter is quietly changing. It is not your imagination. It is a signal. A powerful signal. Because today's energy reveals that your heart has been preparing for a breakthrough long before your mind became aware of it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is someone connected to your energy who has been thinking more deeply than you realize. Not because they were forced to. Not because they had to. But because your presence left an impression that could not easily be forgotten. Sometimes people do not understand the value of a connection while they are experiencing it. Sometimes they only understand it after a period of reflection. And today's reading shows reflection. Deep reflection. The kind that changes perspectives. The kind that causes someone to look back and see things differently than before. But this reading is not only about another person. It is about you. Because the strongest message appearing today is that your heart has been carrying more strength than you have given yourself credit for. You survived moments that nobody fully understood. You continued moving forward when it would have been easier to give up. You kept believing when circumstances gave you reasons to doubt. And that energy has created something powerful around you. A magnetic energy. An attractive energy. An energy that is beginning to draw new possibilities toward your life. Pay attention. Because this next part is important. The universe often sends blessings quietly before it sends them loudly. First comes the feeling. Then comes the sign. Then comes the opportunity. Then comes the manifestation. And right now, you are standing somewhere between the sign and the opportunity. That is why your intuition has been speaking more strongly lately. That is why certain thoughts keep returning. That is why certain memories suddenly appear without warning. Your heart is trying to show you something. Your heart is trying to prepare you. Your heart is trying to remind you that the story is not over. Not even close. In fact, today's energy suggests that one of the most meaningful chapters may still be ahead of you. Let that sink in. The best chapter may not be behind you. The best chapter may be approaching. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a beautiful truth that needs to reach you today. Ready? You are far more loved than you realize. Not because of what you do. Not because of what you achieve. Not because of how perfect you appear. But because of who you are. The kindness you carry. The compassion you show. The loyalty you offer. The light you bring into places without even noticing. People remember that. More than you know. Your energy leaves footprints in the hearts of others. And today's reading reveals that those footprints are creating unexpected movement. Movement that has been building quietly. Movement that has been growing steadily. Movement that is getting closer every single day. If you've been feeling uncertain, this message arrives to remind you not to lose faith. If you've been feeling overlooked, this message arrives to remind you that your value has never depended on someone else's recognition. If you've been feeling tired, this message arrives to remind you that every step forward has mattered. Nothing has been wasted. Not your patience. Not your growth. Not your journey. Everything has been preparing you for what comes next. And what comes next carries a different energy. A brighter energy. A calmer energy. A more confident energy. You are stepping into a season where your heart begins remembering its own power again. And when that happens, everything changes. The way you see yourself changes. The way others see you changes. The opportunities around you change. The energy around your relationships changes. The future begins responding to the version of you that finally understands how valuable you truly are. So hold on. Stay with me. Because today's reading is only beginning. The most surprising revelation has not been revealed yet. And what appears next may explain why this message found you today at exactly the right moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A remarkable energy is unfolding right now, and this is where today's love reading becomes even more powerful. Listen carefully. Because what is about to be revealed may explain the strange feelings you have been experiencing lately. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments in life when everything appears normal on the surface, yet unseen forces are quietly arranging events in the background. This reading points directly toward one of those moments. You may believe that nothing significant is happening. You may think that your story has paused. You may wonder why certain answers have not arrived yet. But today's energy says something completely different. It says that movement has already begun. Invisible movement. Meaningful movement. The kind of movement that often appears before a major turning point. Think about the people who have crossed your path recently. Think about the conversations that felt unusual. Think about the memories that suddenly returned when you least expected them. None of those moments happened without purpose. Each one carried a message. Each one carried a clue. Each one was preparing your heart for what comes next. And what comes next is connected to growth. Not ordinary growth. Heart-level growth. The kind of growth that changes the way you see love forever. Because today's reading reveals that you are entering a period where emotional clarity becomes stronger than confusion. For a long time, you may have been searching outside yourself for confirmation. Today, the energy shifts. Now the answers begin coming from within. That is why your intuition has become louder. That is why your inner voice feels stronger. That is why certain truths keep returning to your mind. Your heart already knows something important. And today's reading is simply confirming it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a message appearing repeatedly in today's energy. A very rare message. A message that does not appear in every reading. It says that someone, somewhere, has begun seeing your value more clearly than before. Maybe they never fully understood your presence. Maybe they overlooked qualities that made you special. Maybe they underestimated the impact you had on their life. But perspectives change. And today's energy is filled with changing perspectives. The fascinating part is this. While others are beginning to recognize your value, you are also beginning to recognize it yourself. That is where the true transformation begins. Because the strongest love energy does not start with someone else. It starts with the moment you remember who you are. It starts with the moment you stop doubting your worth. It starts with the moment you realize that your light was never dependent on anyone else's approval. And that realization is closer than you think. Very close. Closer than it has ever been. There is another revelation appearing now. Pay close attention. Some of you have been carrying disappointment from the past. Not because you wanted to, but because certain experiences left questions behind. Questions that never received proper answers. Questions that continued echoing through your heart. Today's energy brings a surprising message. The answers you have been seeking may arrive in a way you never expected. Not through force. Not through chasing. Not through worry. But through timing. Perfect timing. Because some answers only appear when the heart is finally ready to receive them. And according to today's reading, your heart is becoming ready. Stronger. Wiser. More prepared than ever before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine waking up one day and suddenly realizing that everything you once worried about no longer controls your emotions. Imagine feeling peace where uncertainty once existed. Imagine feeling confidence where doubt once lived. That energy is approaching. And it is approaching faster than you realize. The cards of today's reading continue revealing a beautiful pattern. A pattern of renewal. A pattern of emotional breakthroughs. A pattern of unexpected joy. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because your perspective becomes more powerful. And when perspective changes, everything changes. Doors look different. Opportunities look different. Relationships look different. The future looks different. There is something extraordinary about the energy surrounding you right now. It feels like preparation. Preparation for a moment that will make you look back and finally understand why certain chapters unfolded exactly as they did. One day, a missing piece will connect. One day, a confusing moment will make sense. One day, a delayed answer will reveal its purpose. And when that happens, you will realize that your journey was guiding you somewhere greater all along. That realization is one of the strongest messages appearing today. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. You have not been left behind. You are moving through a process that is still unfolding. A process that is creating a stronger version of you. A wiser version of you. A more radiant version of you. And that version is beginning to emerge. Right now. At this very moment. So keep listening. Because today's love energy reading is building towards something extraordinary. The next revelation carries a message that many people wait years to hear. A message about timing. A message about alignment. A message about the future that is quietly making its way toward you. And when it arrives, you may finally understand why your heart was guided to this message today. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A quiet revelation is emerging now, and this may be the most important part of today's love energy reading so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are certain moments in life when the heart receives a message before the mind understands it. That is exactly what today's energy is showing. Your heart has been sensing a shift. A change. A turning point. Something that cannot fully be explained with words. And yet, it feels real. Very real. Have you noticed how certain thoughts keep returning lately? Not once. Not twice. Again and again. As if they are gently knocking on the door of your attention. That is not random. Today's energy reveals that your intuition has been trying to guide you toward an important realization. The realization is this. You are much closer to the answer than you think. For so long, you may have felt like you were waiting. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for confirmation. Waiting for the right moment. But this reading shows that the waiting phase is slowly transforming into the receiving phase. That changes everything. Because when receiving energy begins, opportunities appear unexpectedly. Conversations happen unexpectedly. Insights arrive unexpectedly. Even the smallest moment can suddenly become the beginning of something unforgettable. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The energy surrounding your heart today feels like a hidden treasure finally being uncovered. Not because the treasure was missing, but because it was hidden beneath layers of doubt. Layers of fear. Layers of uncertainty. And now those layers are beginning to fall away. One by one. Piece by piece. Your confidence is returning. Your faith is returning. Your ability to trust your journey is returning. That is why today's reading feels so powerful. It is not simply predicting something. It is reminding you of something. It is reminding you of the strength that has always existed within you. There is another message appearing clearly now. A message many people need to hear. You do not have to force what is meant for you. Read that again. You do not have to force what is meant for you. What belongs in your life will find its path. What aligns with your energy will recognize you. What resonates with your heart will move toward you naturally. Today's energy is filled with alignment. And alignment creates miracles that effort alone cannot create. That is why you are being asked to remain open. Remain hopeful. Remain aware. Because something beautiful is developing beyond what your eyes can currently see. The reading keeps repeating the same message. Again. And again. And again. Something significant is approaching. Not because of luck. But because of preparation. Everything you have learned. Everything you have experienced. Everything you have overcome. Has been preparing you for this chapter. A chapter where your heart begins seeing proof that its patience mattered. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully. Because this next revelation may surprise you. There is a powerful energy of recognition surrounding this reading. Recognition of your value. Recognition of your presence. Recognition of your impact. For a long time, you may have underestimated how deeply your energy affects others. You may have believed that your kindness went unnoticed. You may have believed that your efforts were invisible. But today's reading says otherwise. The truth is that your light has traveled farther than you realize. People remember how you made them feel. People remember the comfort you offered. People remember the encouragement you gave. Even when you thought they forgot. The energy of appreciation is becoming stronger around you. And appreciation often arrives when it is least expected. Imagine hearing the exact words you needed to hear. Imagine receiving the exact confirmation you needed. Imagine discovering that things were working behind the scenes all along. That is the feeling appearing within today's reading. A feeling of revelation. A feeling of understanding. A feeling of finally connecting the dots. There is one more message before this part ends. And it is powerful. Very powerful. You are not standing at the end of your story. You are standing at the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter filled with greater confidence. Greater clarity. Greater peace. And greater love. Not only love from others, but love for yourself. Because the strongest transformation always begins there. The moment you fully recognize your own worth. The moment you stop questioning your value. The moment you understand that you were never lacking anything. You were simply growing. And now that growth is beginning to show. The energy is building. The signs are increasing. The momentum is growing. And the next part of this reading reveals why everything is happening now instead of earlier. What comes next may be the most unexpected revelation of all. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. An extraordinary truth is about to be revealed, and this part of today's love energy reading may change the way you view your journey forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a moment, imagine looking back at this exact day weeks from now. Imagine realizing that this was the moment everything started making sense. Not because your entire life changed overnight, but because your understanding changed. Because your perspective shifted. Because your heart finally saw what it had been missing. Today's energy keeps returning to one powerful theme. Timing. Perfect timing. There are blessings that arrive quickly. And there are blessings that arrive precisely when they are meant to. This reading shows the second kind. The kind that arrives after growth. The kind that arrives after lessons. The kind that arrives after preparation. You may have questioned delays. You may have wondered why certain things took so long. But today's energy reveals something surprising. What felt like a delay may have actually been preparation. Preparation for a stronger version of you. Preparation for a wiser version of you. Preparation for a version of you that is finally ready to receive something greater. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The energy surrounding your heart right now feels brighter than it has in a long time. There is hope returning. There is confidence returning. There is belief returning. And those energies are creating powerful momentum. Momentum that attracts opportunities. Momentum that attracts meaningful connections. Momentum that attracts experiences aligned with your highest good. The most beautiful part? You do not have to become someone else to receive these blessings. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to earn your value. You already possess it. Today's reading is simply reminding you to remember it. There is another revelation appearing now. One that feels almost unbelievable. The version of yourself you have been searching for. The confident version. The peaceful version. The fulfilled version. Is not somewhere far away. It is already beginning to emerge. Every challenge you faced helped shape it. Every lesson helped strengthen it. Every step helped create it. That version of you is becoming visible now. And the universe responds differently when you step into that energy. Suddenly, things begin aligning. Suddenly, doors begin opening. Suddenly, possibilities begin appearing. Not because of luck, but because your energy has changed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully. Because this next message may be the most important one yet. Stop measuring your future by your past. Your future is not required to repeat old patterns. Your future is not required to repeat old disappointments. Your future is not required to repeat old doubts. Today's energy shows new possibilities. Fresh possibilities. Unexpected possibilities. And those possibilities are moving closer every day. Imagine what could happen if you fully trusted yourself. Imagine what could happen if you fully